I'll do Lewis, and I'll do Dino. Hello guys, how's it going, HatCHeTHaZ, and welcome back to Martha is Dead. Apologies for the end of last night's stream of this. The game crashed, but yes, it has recently had an update, so fingers crossed we won't have any more problems. We did encounter a couple of other things as well, considering I once fell through the map as well, and there was a few texture issues too, so yes. And there was one scene where there was no sound on the cutscene, but let's get to it. I still got no sound on the cutscene. Let's try that one. Is Martha actually dead though?
I'm dying, I thought, but strangely enough, I wasn't afraid. In fact, I was almost relieved. When I returned, I found myself once again in the midst of a bad dream. One whose meaning I did not understand at the time.
We never understand nothing. Martha, I give you back your appearance with it.
I give you back your appearance. I give you back your appearance.
Well, it's a psychological horror, and basically we are twin sisters.
I give you back your appearance.
Obviously one of us has died.
I give you back your appearance.
But we've taken her identity, foolishly, for some reason.
I give you back your appearance. I give you back your appearance. I give you back your appearance. I give you back your appearance.
But yeah, you go back and forth in like dreams and
I give you back your appearance.
Real world and stuff, and yeah, you know. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Now I see through. Okay. Oculus Quest 2, cool. Now I see my eyes.
Now I see my eyes.
Just want to add some content taken. Well, in all honesty, the content is still in the game, but the quick time events during the certain scenes have been removed, so you can't exactly press the buttons on the specific scenes that are in question. But the content is still there, but you can't exactly play it, if that makes sense. Hello.
Two sisters were destined to die. Julia, the first sister, and Martha, the second. On Julia's day of departing, identical twins stood before me, impossible to tell apart. They questioned my presence, since they were still so
And there was
young.
a scene on the first stream where you had to
come with me.
cut round your dead sister's face.
Claimed to be Martha.
But in the original, you do buttons you had to press to actually do it,
and their games were useless.
and then you had to pull the face off.
The war was keeping
And
me busy,
again, you had to press buttons
but they didn't
to peel it off.
and
But
instead
those
kept
aren't
insisting. Can we follow you together?
in the
No,
PS5 or
impossible.
PS4 versions.
Are you
But you
sure
can still
Martha
see
could
it.
die
You can
too?
still see it happening, but you can't exactly
Nothing is
play the
certain in
QTEs.
wartime. What if the wrong person went with you? Then you would have cheated death. One would die unjustly, and the other would simply be delaying her fate. They discussed amongst themselves, then hugged before one of them came forward. She stared in a determined, almost threatening manner. I guessed it was Martha sacrificing herself, giving more time to her sister. But I stayed silent, not to reveal their failed deception. No one lies to the face of their own death. So I asked how their choice was reached. We drew lots by throwing a medallion, she said quietly. They had trusted in fate. Oh, how naive they were. They knew fate plays by its own rules, which is true, but it is also my ally.
Final
Fate never
destination.
would have allowed the wrong girl to follow me. In that case, my work was done. She must have been Julia. However, little to my knowledge at the time, that blasted medallion had the same name engraved on both sides. Martha's. So, my first assumption was correct. They were too damn smart, and had fooled both fate and me. One thing is for sure. I'll put things back where they belong. I will correct my ignorance and give fate back its blindfold.
You don't fuck with death. Dun, dun, dun.
Damn, this hurts so bad. I can hardly breathe.
Ah, yeah, spoilers. We got shot in the previous stream, didn't we? By the German. The burial. 4 days after Martha's death. Let's go with black, considering it's some burial.
I would like to spend a moment with my sister, just me and her alone, before people arrive for the funeral and then take her away.
If I know
No, my bag is not here. My diary. Aleppo's letter.
Where the fuck's our bag?
How is she? How is my daughter? Please, doctor. Please give me good news.
It's a miracle she's alive, Eric, but she will be all right. The bullet passed right by her heart and exited her chest. Unbelievably, it missed her lungs, spine, and heart. She could have been paralyzed or died. But thankfully, she's fine. I examined her thoroughly. She didn't even lose that much blood. She was lucky. And you were lucky, so to speak.
She was lucky that my wife went for a walk in the woods. Otherwise,
Otherwise, she would have bled to death, yes.
I don't know what to say. All of this, it's too much. So much death and suffering. Nothing more.
Don't worry, Eric.
Like
She's
a
young, so she'll
German
recover
general.
quickly. I'll be here all day anyway.
Thank you, doctor, for everything. Do you mind coming with me to pick my wife up from the cemetery? The funeral will start soon in the chapel.
Of course not. Lead the way.
Lead the way.
With all of these preparations for the funeral, Irina wants everything to be perfect. It's her way of coping, so she doesn't have to think about everything going on. She is a woman who has suffered so much, maybe too much.
Too much. Ba-da-bee-ba-ba.
There's my bag. Thank God.
Get it.
Let's hope Lapo's letter is in there.
Let's have a look then.
Dear Julia, are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone, and I cannot reconcile myself to that fact. I have to stay hidden, and sadly I can't run to you. Even if I would love nothing more than to hold you tight and cry together. No words. I just want to be close to you. Can we meet in the barn tonight? I will try my best to be there around midnight. Don't be alarmed, but if things get ugly, please remember this number, 6934. I knew he was in serious danger, but what about the letter? I had it in my hand when the soldiers ran off. Mummy found me, and if she's read it, well, she hates Lapo, and now she must know who I am. No, she probably would have left me there to die. She'd rather have no daughter than the wrong one. Before I passed out, I must have put it back in my bag. There is no other explanation.
Unless she knows.
July 19th. I retrieved the cameras at the lake, but I had convinced myself that I was the one who had hurt Martha. So much so that when I had the rolls with me on the way home, I found myself in another horrible dream. I don't even remember going to sleep. As soon as I woke up, I developed the film. The photos confirmed to me that my memory of that night was correct. It was a great relief. I have decided to go back to the lake in an attempt to communicate with the White Lady. I know it's a crazy thought, but I can't get it out of my head. I need to know what happened to Martha, so I must pursue every possible avenue.
I just can't get it out of my head. Oh, read that. Baby. Right, let's have a look at the You're the only ones having problems on the PS5 version. Not true, because I had problems with it in the first part of this stream last night. I've had a few texture issues around the house. A few invisible walls on like stairs outside leading to the garden and stuff. I once fell through the map. One where I got stuck in the map during one of the dream sequences. Do you know where you have to choose the words? And as well as the game crashed at the end of the stream yesterday as well. But it just got an update, so fingers crossed. Let's choose that one. The Empress. And that one. And that one.
I have to see beyond appearances. There are those who betray me and speak ill of me, but someone will know how to give me the right advice.
Ooh.
I don't have the courage to use the phone. Not right now.
Why?
Violence against citizens continues in La Romola, and once again General K's family has come under fire. Now it is the life of her sister, Martha, that is in danger. The blow from the gunshot in her back could have killed her. It is only by the grace of God that the girl is alive. The anti-fascist political motive appears to be the only reason behind the cowardly act. The New Zealand troops are advancing slowly. After the Battle of Poggibonsi, on the 18th, they are still far from the Tavernelli Val di Pisa. The German resistance on the Tuscan hills has been exhausting for the invaders.
Yeah, no worries, Leonardo. I mean, I did message about my issues on the publisher's Instagram page, and they did ask me to send, like a link or something. So I sent the link to my stream for part 1. So fingers crossed they'll have a look at it. I get it. There we go.
General Edict K. New rules on curfew and women's behaviour.
But it has
German
just got a
command
patch,
of
so
S.
fingers
Vincenzo
crossed.
Attori. Telephone number 1185. When it's not too sunny outside, the 200 ISO film works well.
This must have some reason to why we have to keep looking at that. Oh.
She leaves them everywhere. I think she's having too many and too often.
Pills! Yeah, hopefully another patch will come out. Just trying to remember which patch it was that installed. I think it's 1.7 or something. 1.7, I think it was. Nope, not in there. Where will we? Still locked. Wow. Newspaper, let's read the paper.
Attempted murder in La Romola. After the murder of Julia K., today her twin sister is the victim of another attempted murder. The condition of the young girl, found by the German troops, is no cause for concern. The political motive behind this is becoming all the more clear. But that's not what happened. It's all wrong. Mummy was the one who found me. The German soldiers shot me. Best to stay quiet. No one ever believes the truth.
That is very true. Maybe it's because you're the general's daughter.
New ordinance ban on the use of bicycles.
Oh.
Over the last few days, cyclists have once again shot at members of the Italian armed forces and at civilians in the streets. The offenders will be punished in accordance with German martial law.
Ooh. So I can't use my bike?
Even in Florence, the war is beginning to be felt. Supplies are starting to run out. Bread may only last a few more days. Prices are rising dramatically. Meat can now be found for 100 to 140 lira per kilo. The gas has been cut and there is no coal.
And today the prices go up. read that one.
The Battle of Tuscany. German operations in the Livorno area. Extremely violent fighting in the streets of the city.
Mm.
I should pick up the phone but remain silent. If I let the caller speak first, I'll find out who it is.
Hello? Ma'am? Can you hear me? Is there somebody there? Mr. Eric?
It's the nanny. I can confide in her. Nanny? Hello, it's me.
What? Hello? Oh, my lord. I must be dreaming or something.
No, Nanny, you're not dreaming. It's really me, it's Julia.
Oh, my God. Julia, my little sparrow. How wonderful. Sorry, but I thought you were dead. I saw you lying there dead. This brings me so much joy that... Actually, you must explain to me, my little sparrow. What is happening?
Well,
I told Nanny everything that had happened. She was sad for Martha, of course, but very happy at the same time. I was the one she had a special bond with. I explained to her that I wanted to try and meet the White Lady, even if I knew it was a silly idea. But she didn't think I was a fool. Quite the opposite. She explained to me what I should do in an attempt to meet her. It was complicated. I noted everything down carefully in my diary. Who knows, maybe she did it only to keep me occupied, while deciding what to do with me and who to warn. I won't ever know, though, because that very same day, a bomb struck the villa and she died. They all died. We should have been in
Nanny.
that house ourselves, but instead... Poor Nanny.
Aw.
Bye, Nanny. I love you.
Goodbye, my darling. I thought I'd lost you. Be careful, my little sparrow.
Aw. Nanny died. You can now use the telephone to make calls.
Martha was taken to the chapel for her funeral. I want to say goodbye to her alone before everyone arrives.
Who can I ring? No one yet.
Now I know what must be done to meet the lady. Nanny has explained everything to me. I must try to meet her early in the morning when it is foggy, or all will have been in vain. That's what the legend says. This is what I need to do. 1.
Oh, is that
I
why we
must
got the
reinvent
scissors?
her loss by putting her into contact with her lover. To do this, Nanny said to look for his grave in the woods, but there are so many.
Nah.
Daddy always
okay.
said that infrared photos can see what the naked eye cannot. Maybe then they also see ghosts. There wouldn't be anything strange about that now, considering I'm trying to contact one after all. How crazy. 2. A part of me needs to enter her world. A lock of hair would work, so I'll need scissors to cut some off. 3. I will need an object that connects her world to mine. I don't know what to do for this yet. Hopefully something will come to mind when I least expect it. 4. To communicate with her, I will need to use my tarot cards. I will meet with the lady on the island where her lover was executed.
As you do. Anything new? There's a lot of stuff to do here. Let's try the phone. 6934, did it say? Six, 9, 3, 4.
You've called this number. Damn, Lapo must be dead then. Rest in peace, fair comrade.
Yes, Lapo is dead. I am due.
No, don't talk. We don't need to know who you are. By calling this number, it means Lapo wanted you to complete his work. A telephone cable near the house of German General Erich K. has to be cut. One goes to the house, but there's another cable we suspect is connected to a secret base. That is the one that has to be cut. If you see any German vehicles around, let us know immediately. We won't use this number anymore. It's dangerous.
I'll do it,
Use the
Sensen.
telegraph. That will be safer.
Yeah, I think it's worth it.
I hope you know how to use them.
I think
Otherwise
it's
you'll
worth
have to
it.
come up with something. This is important. Frequency X. Before the message, telegraph town on fire to identify yourself. Long live the homeland. Long live the liberation.
Should I sabotage the cable and become a spy? I don't know. My father is German. It would be like betraying him even though he himself hates this war. But what happened to Lapo and those guys? If I can save someone's life, maybe I should try. Or maybe I can talk to Daddy about it. He may be able to advise me on what to do. Don't even know the first thing about all this. What were you thinking, Lapo?
It's more psychological horror. Ooh, which yum 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 yum. Screw it. Help.
To cut the cable, I will need sharp scissors. Tailor scissors should be fine.
Dip 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 dip. Right. Oh, okay. La ba dee ba ba doo boo. Da ba da ba 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 boo. He's still there again. Let's try. Use the camera. That's infrared. Too distant. What do you mean it's too distant? Do we need to get closer then? It's too dark. Did it take it? No, the game's crashed again. Oh, for God's sake. Ah, bloody hellfire. Oh, I'll tell you. No, it's not letting me do anything. Alright guys, just give us a minute and we shall be back.